Good morning. I'm Crystal with Whole New Perspective. Welcome to my channel. Listen, you all see this harvest down here. I want to talk a little bit about this. But before I do that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Now, this harvest is actually from my local farmers market. Yes, you all hear me talking about the farmers market if you're on my live, and I do support it. And now the farmers market, it is starting back up. Now I know some of the larger cities probably started back up some time ago, and they're probably really booming. The one that I like to go to is a very small farmers market, and I have an opportunity to talk to the farmers that actually grow this produce. And that's what I want to talk about, some of the conversations that I had while I was there. And I also share the prices of this produce. So when I went and talked to the farmer today, we talked about the different produce. We talked about tomatoes, we talked about the squash. One of the things that he said to me was that the tomatoes just weren't coming on right now. The weather has been all over the place, and it has really affected their harvesting. So the tomatoes aren't coming on like they should. The cucumbers aren't coming on like they should. The zucchini and squash, they're not coming on like they should, because in our area, it just hasn't been warm as it usually is. But it has started to warm up, and we're hoping that it will continue to warm. I believe there might be another cold front coming, but hopefully it's going to continue to warm, and the farmers, along with all of us that are growing things, will be able to grow our vegetables that enjoy the heat. So let me tell you how much I paid for this, guys. Most everything is $2 a pound. I didn't really look to see what the pound was on these, because actually when I bought these, farmers were already leaving, and she just went ahead into her truck and got this out for me. The cucumbers, I have these 5 cucumbers. They were $4 for these. I bought these tomatoes, and these are Cherokee purple, I believe. These 2 are, and these 4 were $4 as well. The zucchini, the 4 zucchinis, they were $5. And so I think that's good, supporting my local farmer. Now, it would really be better for me if my produce started growing, but they just haven't started right now. My tomato plants are growing. My zucchini, I'm hoping that I can get some of that pretty soon, because it really is starting to grow. And then my cucumbers, they're starting to put on flowers as well. So hopefully it won't be too long. I do still get cherry tomatoes from my arrow garden, but I like slicing tomatoes right now because I like to make these good tomato sandwiches, and I like a good BLT on the weekend. And so these will be really good for that. You may have seen one of my grocery hauls where it was Trader Joe's, and I had purchased some cucumbers as well as tomatoes. Well, those weren't bad. They weren't bad at all. But of course, we've eaten those. And before I went to the farmer's market, my husband also purchased more cucumbers and more tomatoes. But look, guys, as we always say, when you're buying in the store, they're producing to make everything perfect, exactly the same. If you look at those 4, they're the same. And they're also a product of Canada. Yeah, these are a product of Canada, is what it says. And then when I look at these cucumbers, they're a product of Honduras. Yeah, so they were trucked all the way here. But now this is a product of my area. This is the farmer's market. Got to talk to the farmers that grew it, the farmers that picked it, and they brought it to the farmer's market to sell. So listen, guys, if your garden, if you don't have a garden, or if your garden is not producing right now, consider going out and supporting your local farmers market. Just look online, Google your farmers markets. Broke Farmer, he mentioned an app called Farmish. that also has that. So look at that app, Farmers, if you'd like. Google your local farms. Go ahead and support those folks. You know, one of the other things we talked about were berries. My blueberry bush, I have 5 blueberry bushes. 3 of them didn't do well at all. 2 of them did okay, but the frost that we had, or the bad snap of weather that we had at the beginning of the year, I lost quite a bit. And so when I was talking to the farmer about that, he actually was talking about his blueberries and said that he would start to get some, but he wasn't going to have very many at all. Thought I was going to be able to pick blueberries from my favorite U-Pick. You know, guys, I picked from them last year and I had such an abundance of blueberries, but this year they are not allowing any U-Pick because of the damage of the frost at the beginning of the year. And so that's where we are with different fruits right now. The strawberries were very limited in our area. Right now they have blackberries that are coming on. So, and we have to go ahead and get those things while these farmers have them. Now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just purchase a whole bushel or a half bushel of cucumbers. Those are $15 for a half bushel is what she told me. I think it's a half bushel. It's a basket, $15 for the basket, and I'm gonna make some pickles with those. I wanna ferment some pickles this year, and usually my pickles or my cucumbers, when I get them, we just eat them. We can eat them all day long. And so I want to get some specifically for fermenting. So I'll do that, and I'll bring you along with me as I do that. So I just wanted to do a quick video right now to talk about the farmers market, to talk about produce, getting this healthy food, not buying the stuff that's trucked in from all over the world. Go to your local farmers market, support them. Even if you do not have a garden, it's perfect opportunity for you to get some fresh fruits and vegetables. And for those of us that have the gardens and it's not producing like we would like to, or we want a huge abundance of things so that we can can it like I'm going to do, go ahead and check out your local farmers. Listen, thank you guys so much for coming along with me. I will try to go out there to the farmers market and talk to some of those farmers, let you all have an opportunity to hear what they're saying. And that way you'll get it straight from them. Thank you guys. Please leave me some comments below. Let me know what you're growing, if you're growing enough for your family, if you're going to be going to the farmers market and buying additional, if you're going to be canning it. Just let me know. Leave me a comment below. Thank you so much.